For Expert Village, I am Chef Danielle. Now we have our pizza sliced. You might want to wipe off some of the sauce that may have dripped on there after you put it on your plate, just to make it a nice clean surface. Also, real quick, I have extra ingredients. So I'm saving my pesto and I'm saving the rest of my chicken and veggies. And I'm probably going to make a quesadilla or something tomorrow for lunch. Or you can maybe boil up some noodles like my mom likes to do, put some pesto sauce in there and add this up. It's really, you can always make another meal out of your leftovers, so try to keep them and be creative about it. A garnish, typical garnishes, you might want to put some more Parmesan cheese on the top of your pizza. A lot of people like that. Like I said before, you might want to dump it into your hand first so you don't have too much spill out. Another typical garnish is going to be your crushed red pepper. So if you like a little spice, you can add a little bit of that on there too. But I want to show you something fun that maybe not all of you know. During our first segment, or second segment, when we were talking about the basil, we put a few leaves aside. Since there's basil in the pesto, you can use basil for garnish. You want to try and stick with the same ingredients to garnish with and flavors that go together rather than just throwing something on the plate that may not match. This is called a basil chiffonade. You take your basil leaves and put them one on top of each other, and then you want to roll them real tight. Now what you want to do is take your knife and slice it as thin and as fine as you can. Now you also want to use this part of your knife up here so it doesn't bruise your basil, because if you bruise your basil it's going to turn brown and dark if you use your chopping part, which normally you chop with back here so you have the force of your hand with the knife. So you're going to be nice and gentle with it. Now a lot of times people use this in a bruschetta, and it's a very, very common garnish out in the industry. So what you're going to get are little strings. You want to kind of pull them apart. And then basically what you do is they like to use height. They like to use height when they're garnishing in restaurants. So if this isn't enough, you want to try to pull them apart and make them look real nice and fancy. If it's not enough, just keep slicing some more until you have enough for your liking. If you don't want to put it in the middle of the plate, that's fine. You can put a little bit on each piece. It's up to you. And that's how you make a rustic chicken pesto pizza with the wine of your choice. Enjoy.